Right. Welcome back to another episode of my movie review series, episode 261. Now, last week I said that I was going to come back to the shadows, come back here into the darkness. And yeah, well, it's not exactly totally dark, but hey, the lights is out. But yeah, man. Yeah, some cops. Well, a cop, a secretary, and two um, inmates is under siege at a uh, soon to be closed down police station. Yeah, being terrorized by a large interracial gang. Yeah, assault on Precinct 13, 1976. Assault on Precinct 13. A movie that is written, directed, scored, and edited by the one and only John Carpenter. Yeah, man. Assault on Precinct 13, 1976. John Carpenter's Assault on Precinct 13. Yeah, this movie, man. This movie. Yeah, man. You know, you see this movie and then you see a movie called Night of the Living Dead, and you see a nice little comparison to it. I mean, yeah, Night of the Living Dead, that's the inspiration to this movie right here, man. I tell you. Yeah, what Carpenter did, what he did for us, as far as hitting us with entertainment, this was a very, well, not too unique, considering the fact that Night of the Living Dead is the inspiration behind it, but it's a very unique movie, though. This is a very unique movie. I mean, yeah. Where else you gonna find two prison inmates, one on his way to death row, and then you got a cop and the secretary of the soon-to-be closed-down precinct. They all got to team up to fend off a an army of gang members. You know, all part of the same gang, even though they're interracial. They're all part of the same gang, a gang called Street Thunder. So yeah, man, I tell you, fending off of those guys, firefight from every every which way and about, you know, from the back where the holding cells is, or the front door, or a couple of offices. The gang was trying to get in, but they were holding the back, boy. Firepower everywhere. You know, even though one of the inmates, Wells, he had a gun, one of the gang members' gun, and they have a silencer on it, so he's kicking off shots all night. He kicking off some empty shots all night, and he didn't even know it. You know. Yeah, he was firing. He was firing at the front. You know, some shots was in there at first, but then he kept shooting. You don't know if he's getting anything out of it, because they got a silencer right there in the front. So yeah, man. But yeah, man. Another another inmate named Wilson, Napoleon Wilson. Where did he get the name Napoleon, boy? He'll tell you sometime. Only when he's dying, or maybe in a minute or two. But yeah, he'll tell you sometime. But yeah, Wilson, he blasting off the shotgun at the windows at these gang members is coming through, you know, the cop, Ethan Bishop. Yeah, he's blasting off a rifle at some windows that the gang is coming in, and then you got the Secretary Lee. She's over at the door where the holding cells is at. You know, the door is already kicked in. The other door to the outside, that door is already kicked in. So yeah, all she gotta do is just wait for one of those sons of bitches to come through. Yeah, she'll blast him down. So yeah, man, I tell you, this movie is 100% an action film. Yeah, even though John Carpenter is heavily involved in this, you think that it's a horror movie, but it's not a horror movie at all. This is it's an action movie. It's an action movie from the jump, from beginning to end. It's an action thriller. That's what this is, man. It's an action thriller. And yeah, Carpenter, he's well known, widely well known for doing horror. Hell, look at his his Twitter. He calls himself the horror master. So that that boldly says it right there. No, not boldly, but he is a horror master. But still, yeah, this movie is an action. It's an action movie through and through, without a doubt, man. Through and through, without a doubt. So, yeah, even though it's not a horror movie, I'm still sitting here in the darkness, man. I'm still sitting here, with the in the darkness, in the shadows. I'm still sitting here, and I'm just hitting you with the review of a true classic, a true Carpenter classic, a true action thriller. Yeah, this movie, yeah, it is just. It got a lot of fun. It got a lot of excitement. It got a lot of shockers with the little girl, Kim Richards' character. Kim Richards from House, the Real Housewives, right? Any of you out there that is familiar with that show, the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, I think that's where she's from. But yeah, long before she did that shit right there, she was doing this shit right here. She was just a little girl at the time, and all she wanted was a vanilla twist ice cream. She wanted a vanilla twist, but she got regular vanilla. Not knowing that one of the gang members is is standing at the other side of the ice cream truck because she was being served by the actual ice cream man. But yeah, the actual ice cream man, he got snatched out the truck after she left. He got snatched out the truck. Snatched out the truck, threatened to be killed, but then he got knocked down. And then yeah, he come to girl again. Yeah, hey, this is regular vanilla. Yeah, she goes right back over. Yeah, I want a vanilla twist. Next thing she know. Yeah, the gang member, that cold-blooded son of a bitch, man, he just turns and shoot the girl right in the chest. I mean, damn. That was sudden. That was sudden. Long time ago, that was very funny to me. Long time ago, that was very funny to me. As a matter of fact, I called this movie. I was watching this movie when I was very, very little. I'm very, very little boy. I was watching this movie and I didn't know how to say assault and precinct. That's how little I was. Assault and precinct. I didn't know what the movie was called, but I called the movie. I gave it a code name. I called the movie The Ice Cream Girl. Yeah, because that's what I remember the most the little girl, she wanted a vanilla twist. Next thing she got shot in the chest and dropped down. Man, I tell you, I mean, the way that it happened, it's just so sudden. It's sudden. It's shocking. You see a child get killed right there in front of you in a movie. That's shocking. At that time, it was very shocking. You know, but a little kid watching this in the late '80s, early '90s, around that time, little kid watching the movie, and he sees it, and it's not it's quite as shocking, but it's just funny the way it happened. I mean, you know, she gets shot and she just drops, you know, uh, it was just a little funny. I don't know how or why it was funny, but it was funny. Yeah, yeah. When you look back on it, I'm just as sick as they are. you know, when you listen to an Eminem record and you find all the shit that he was saying at the time back in '99, you'll find all the shit that he was saying back then in '99, 2000. Yeah, he just thinking, holy shit, I'm as sick as he is. Talk about that Marshall Mathers LP. But yeah, man. Yeah, I tell you, at that time, yeah, you know, it was a little funny to me, but yeah, now you grow up and you keep watching this movie, and yeah, nostalgia will tell you that is still funny, but you know when you grow up and you grow into being an uncle and everything, yeah, seeing the kid get shot, it's still horrific, but it's not my kid, so it's still funny to me. Yeah, I'm just a sick kid. So I'm sicker now than I was back then. But yeah, I tell you though, yeah, this movie, yeah, it hit you with a lot of thrills, a lot of chills, you know, a lot of thrills, a lot of chills, and hit you with the excitement of the action, and then yeah, it just, oh yeah, I forgot, I forgot to tell you who's in this movie. Yeah, Austin Stoker, Darwin Johnstone, and Laurie Zimmer with a fine ass. But yeah, man, I tell you. Anyway, yeah, yeah, this movie, yeah, it hits you with the thrills, it hits you with the chills, and yeah, you watching the movie when you was a little kid, and it's just a little bit funny to you. But when you grow up, you become an uncle, you become kind of like a father figure to some of the kids that you had to care for and everything, whatever the case may be. For me at the time, you know, father figure. Yeah, I was an uncle to that little boy. Anyway, whatever the case may be at the time, yeah, that shit still is funny. It don't affect me. It just makes me laugh. I'm sorry to say. Even though it was shocking at the time, it was meant to be shocking. It was meant to be kind of realistic, because yeah, gang members, yeah, they don't give a fuck, man. They'll shoot you without thinking, shoot you without any remorse, nothing like that. So yeah, I seen a little girl get shot because she wanted the right kind of ice cream. I mean, I don't know what the hell a vanilla twist is, probably a vanilla ice cream with the swirl around it, maybe some little chocolate swirl, whatever the hell it is. I don't know what a vanilla twist ice cream is, but yeah, she got shot because she didn't get one. She was in the wrong place at the wrong time. But hey, at least her old man, at least her dad took revenge on that particular gang member. Yeah, he was in a high speed pursuit on these guys. Yeah, so yeah, they went to an open area. They circled their car. And he was lining up with him. So, yeah, so they going head up with him, man. Yeah, yeah. They get out the car, they start running. Yeah. Dad, he gets out the car, but he get back in the car because the killer, yeah, his daughter's killer, got a rifle with a silencer on it. Yeah, he is just firing at he's firing at Dad's car. Dad, he gets out and he lets off a few shots from the gun that he got from under the dash of the ice cream truck. But yeah, he let off a few shots and he gets homeboy right in the chest, and yeah, he looking down like, what the fuck is this? Next thing you know, yeah, he gets some more shots. Yeah, he just dropped dead. But yeah, I tell you, man, I tell you, yeah, 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 Dad, yeah, he lets off a few shots, and then he dropped the gun because he's out of bullets. He dropped the gun and he walks off with his head hang low. Hell, man, he just killed the dude that killed your daughter. Shit, you should walk off with your head held high. But hey, he just lost his daughter a few minutes ago. So yeah, Psst. Anyway, yeah, yeah, the gang, they come back to see one of their brethren down on the ground. So yeah, they're gonna come and get him. That's when he takes a nice little old man running stroll. Yeah, run like an old man. Next thing you know, he pick up the pace when he get to the police station. Yeah, he pick up the pace. He goes into the police station. He turns around. He sees those guys still following him. Yeah, they got more of them now. Yeah, like 6 of them, all lined up perfectly too. I mean, these guys. Let me tell you something about Street Thunder. These guys, man, they are organized. Okay, you know what I mean? Yeah, yeah, they really soldiered up, man. These guys, they are organized. You know, they'll they'll take up positions anywhere, front of the police station, on the side near the trees, around the back, they took position everywhere in that police station. Yeah, they bum rushed the whole thing, man. They bum rushed the whole thing, firing everywhere. But yeah, I tell you, man, yeah, yeah, the attraction between Lee and Wilson, Napoleon Wilson. Yeah, the attraction between these two. Yeah, you can see that there's an attraction, especially at the end of the movie. Where it's all said and done. At the end of the movie, you know, they wanted to wheel her out on the stretcher, but yeah, she had to take one last look at him because she knew that she's not going to see him again. Yeah, she's not gonna be with her on the stretcher. She just walked out under her own power, even though she has her arm shot. Yeah, she walked out under her own power with her fine ass. Yeah, yeah, Wilson and Bishop, yeah. Even though one is a cop and one is an inmate on his way to death row, a death row inmate. Even though they're on opposite sides of the law, they gain a massive respect for each other, and they walk out as a respectable duo. Yeah, what world would that be? In what world would that be? Would that be realistic? Yeah, you got a cop, you got a criminal walking out like they're friends. In what world would that be realistic? Yeah. If anything, that criminal he would make a break for it. But that's another movie for another time. Well, next week anyway. But I gotta take it up, man. Yeah, this movie, Assault on Precinct 13, it is straight up a 5 out of 5. I really like this movie. Obviously, if I'm doing this review, I really like this movie. And yeah, man, you gotta just check it out. Check it out anyway. Check it out for a second time, for a 10th time, for the 100th time. If you see this movie already before, check this shit out. And keep checking it out because a good John Carpenter classic. It will never ever die. It will never ever die. You know. Yeah, Assault on Precinct 13, the original 1976 Carpenter classic. A good 5 out of 5. That's my review, Jack, and I'm sticking to it. Now, next week, like I said, a whole different ending for a whole different time. And yeah, next week, I'll be talking about the ending at that particular time. And yes, I will be back in the shadows as I do it. Yeah, man. Some real good shit. This movie is damn good shit. And so was the other remake. Even though not many people would prefer the remake over the original, understandable. I'll talk about the remake next week. Check out my other shit right here. Subscribe to me right here. But in the meantime, in between time, Jack, got smoke? Because this show is off.